Today's video is on Thousandth Floor by Kathrine McGee. I just finished reading this one today. I really enjoyed it. It kind of goes into more of a dystopian kind of lifestyle. It takes place somewhere in the future. It never states exactly when, but it has to be at least 50 years in the future. It starts off with a girl falling off a building, but we don't know who this girl is, how she got there, why she fell, whether it was an accident, murder, or what. So we don't know. Following 5 characters: Watt, who is incredibly smart, very technically inclined, and has a supercomputer in his head. And Lita, who is Avery's best friend and is in love with her brother. Avery, who has, she's the girl who lives at the very top, at the 1000th floor. Her and her family own the entire top floor. And she has a brother, Atlas, who is actually adopted. And then we have Rylan, who lives all the way down at the 200th level, which is like the poorer, families. Goes into each character, and I don't usually like multiple perspective reading like this, but I felt like in this one it was done very well, and it didn't make me confused at all, and I felt like it was very fluid. It just ran very well, nicely put, and then it builds up at the end to kind of solve what happened. And guys, it broke my heart at the end because it was not who I was expecting it to be, and it wasn't who I wanted it to be. That's not who I wanted it to be. But, that's not how it always works out. So I really enjoyed it, and I was definitely the last 10, they're not really chapters, but last 10 perspective points, I was very into it, and I definitely sat down and read those, like, what's going to happen, who's it going to be. So I enjoyed that. I liked learning about everybody, and I enjoyed getting to the very end and, trying to figure out who it was and then being totally wrong. On BookTube, they kind of describe it as the show Gossip Girl. I can definitely see where people are saying that, but it wasn't so teeny because of all the new technology that they talk about. It kind of keeps your interest, and what's happening is, very far from childish. The only problem I would say I had with this book was the amount of drinking and drugs. I felt like this is a young adult book, and they're going on about drinking like it's nothing, and one of the characters has a problem with drugs, and we see how that ends. But the drinking and the parents allowing the drinking and stuff, that was kind of off-putting to me. So for that reason alone, I did give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And while this was really, really good, it just wasn't 5-star good. So I would highly recommend checking it out, and it is a beautiful book. I think the author really did a really good job with designing it, or whoever designed it, I think they did a really good job with it. So The 1000th Floor, if you haven't read it yet, go check it out. It's a really good book. So until next time, bye guys.